Hello, people. It's Poet, and we are back on ARK. Now, it is very much nighttime. Well, actually, it's becoming daytime, so I just put the gamma up, and guess I don't really need to that high. But there is a red cache over there. Today, what I wanted to do is go over to the swamp. Now, I know that in the past, any time that I've really gone to the swamp, hung out at the swamp, spent any amount of time in the swamp, I realize that it's a very horrible, terrible place that kicks my butt every single time. I've died there probably more than anywhere else. Well, okay, I've died a lot in caves, but on the surface, I've probably died there the most, inside of the swamp. I've lost the most Argentavis there, or mounts in general. Frogs, Beelzebufo, you know. I've lost them there. I've lost a lot of equipment and stuff that I was carrying in the swamp. It's a terrible, horrible place. But I'm going to be going to the swamp today. And the main reason is because I got a comment. It was actually on Twitter earlier today. And it was saying something like, have you seen a Dimorphodon yet? Or not a Dimorphodon. Dimetrodon. Have you seen a Dimetrodon yet? And I haven't. It's as simple as that. I just have not seen a Dimetrodon yet, so I want to go see one. I don't believe at all that I'll be able to tame one. Apparently they're not too difficult to tame, but at the very least I want to be able to see it. And okay, let's see here. Mammoth saddle, dinosaur gate blueprint, which I think I probably have already, and this hollow attachment, which I also already have, so I can drop that one, or yeah, I'll just drop. But I'll take this gate back, just in case it's a gate that I don't already have. And I don't think Winter has the gate learned yet. I'm 100% positive that Beth doesn't. I don't know whether Fabe does or not. Like, there are people in the tribe that could benefit from having that little blueprint, so I'm gonna keep it for now. That moonbeam is very vivid in front of my face. Moonbeam! And then there's always, like, you see right up above me, there's like these light shafts. They're like, I think they're supposed to be around the moon, but for some reason they're displaced by, like, quite a bit. I don't know. This game. I promise I won't rant about this game. Oh, but it's frustrating, okay? So, like, I often see people make videos, or they'll leave comments. This is almost entirely people leaving comments within Steam about things that aren't working right. But also happens when the developers release their new dossiers, or basically just those update videos that the developers do sometimes. Now, people will comment on those videos and be like, this doesn't make sense. This is stupid. This is, you know, it's obviously a personal opinion, you know. It might be stupid to you, but other people might really like it. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example, is the new Terror Birds. I actually really like that. And I'll say why. Because one of the very first things I thought they needed to add was the Terror Bird. I think they're adding the... I don't know which Terror Bird they're adding, actually. I don't think they're adding Titanus. I don't think they're adding Gastornis. It could be the... oh, what's it called? Phosphoracus or something like that? I don't think that's the name, but whatever it is, that other bigger Terror Bird. There's a bunch of Terror Birds they could add. I think they're picking the third one that I mentioned. But either way, I wanted terror birds for so long. Let's, what did I get? Oh yeah, the saddle. That's what I was walking around like, what am I doing? I wanted terror birds for so long. And I actually said, I don't know if I said this in a video. It might be. I mean, you guys have been watching for a long, long time. Maybe you guys know, I don't know, which video it would be if I mentioned it ever. But I think it was even like when we were on the old server, I was like, oh, they should add terror birds. That would be so cool. And I said, the only thing, I don't think they'll ever add terror birds. And the reason they'll never add terror birds is because they already have raptors. And why would they basically add two different kinds of raptors? Because after all, if you look at the definition of a, quote, raptor, a terror bird was a raptor. It's not like a dinosaur-style raptor, but it was a raptor bird. And so, like, literally, they're adding two different kinds of raptors? That wouldn't make sense, you know? We've got the Utahraptor style, or Deinonychus style, whatever. I think these are Utahraptors, basically. These ones. The skeletal costume on. But, like, why would we have another kind of raptor when these basically do the same thing that the terror bird would do? So what the developers have now done is they've said, yeah, we already had raptors, so let's let the new raptors, the terror birds, let's let them glide off of mountains and stuff by flapping their nubby little wings. Let me just say this. It makes as much sense as one of these raptors gliding down the mountain. You know? They've got a few little feathers here and there too. Let's just let them glide off of a mountain. Could you imagine it? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense with the new terror birds either. But it's a thing, apparently. So, you know, that's one thing that kind of annoys me. But I'm actually really pro terror bird. It might seem strange, but I have an affinity, or not an affinity. What's the right word? I just like terror birds quite a bit. Like, in researching them, prehistoric creatures and stuff like that, I love terror birds. They're so fascinating. It's just amazing that these massive birds of prey were running around the prairies and the countryside eating horses and things. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. It's always fascinated me. I'm glad that they're adding them. I just wish that the developers would stay truer to, you know, what the actual creatures were like. And it's been a complaint of mine for a long time that they just make up different things. This Quetzalcoatlus has been literally flying around here for weeks, I think. Weeks and weeks and weeks. Sort of blackish one with a red comb on top. Anyway, it's been a complaint of mine for a long time that the developers kind of just take their artistic creativity and go haywire with it. Let's add more spikes and more horns and spikes on top of spikes, and, you know, like mammoth tusks that have spikes off of the mammoth tusks, and then ankylosaurs with like demon horns on their heads and stuff. Like let's make them more and more cool. Like, that's all right, I guess. It's like artistic creativity, I will say. I'll chalk it up to that. But it's sort of annoying when some of these creatures can start doing things that they weren't supposed to do. And I get it. I know. An ankylosaur isn't supposed to be able to harvest metal with its tail. You know, it's a game. And I get that. So that's why it's not something for me to really rant about. I still play the game. I still enjoy the game. They'll add the... I said this in our ARK chat that we have, a private chat, but the Helicoptosaurus and the Jet Skiosaur, and they'll have like little propellers on the back, and they'll be able to like fly super fast through the air or through the sea, and it's coming. Just watch. And people will like it. And you know what? I'll probably still play it anyway. But the thing is that, like, anytime that anybody in the comments of these videos or online says anything negative about the game in general, or the developers, or what have you, they get torn apart, like just completely ripped apart by the entire community, and that kind of sucks. Like, I hate that that's the mentality that a lot of the people who play ARK seem to... Oh god. Oh god, look at this already. Here we are in the swamp. Time to get killed by mosquitoes. You know, that's the swamp in a nutshell. But yeah, that seems to be the mentality of the people who watch the ARK development and stuff, is that they're super, super negative to anybody who is negative about the game. Let's see if I can take... Look at this big swarm of bugs. This is nuts! This is nuts! Why is my screen filled with death messages? This shouldn't be this way. And they just come for miles. As soon as you attack one, it's like, uh-oh, here comes the swarm. See if I can get them. Look at them. They're actually, like, killing me, too. Like, because they don't fly. They stop flying, so... I think I got them all now. I think I got them all. Oh, no. Here's one more. One little one. There he goes. I'm curious. Like, can we see them all on the ground? All these dead ones? Look at all these dead bugs. Oh, jeez. I landed to gain some stamina and a Sarco just comes up. This is the swamp. This is the swamp. This is what we have to deal with in the swamp. If you're not killed by the hundreds of dragonflies for no reason, a Sarco will just come up all of a sudden. But anyway, I find that to be the case quite often, and it's very unfortunate that it seems like the ARK community in general is fairly negative, and I don't know if that's just because of like the different people who stream it or play it or what, and where these people typically come from. But I know that, like, on my videos even, how come my stamina is not going up? Is it because I'm healing? Please tell me my stamina will go up. Oh god. Please tell me my stamina will go up. Oh, how did I not kill a bug in one hit? Die. How is this a thing? How is this a thing? I actually have to, like, get down and, like, number 4 the crap out of this ant. Where did he go? Did he die? Oh my god. Please make it to the... This is horrible. This episode so far is just me getting attacked and not being able to get stamina and not being able to defend myself. Oh. But what I was going to say is, like, I know for a fact that even on my videos, some of the people, most are pretty good. Most are very supportive, very enthusiastic. They like the series. They've watched it up to this point, over 100 episodes. They know what's in store. Watch this. You're boring. This isn't what I wanted to do. This isn't what I wanted to watch. I didn't learn anything. You're so far behind. I'm gonna go watch so and so instead. And it's just like, those are the kinds of comments that I get quite often, and I don't see those kinds of comments on any other series of mine whatsoever. So it's just kind of like, is that kind of the ARK community in general? They're giving, I think a few people are giving the big community a bad name, and it's unfortunate that that's the way that it is, but that is the way that it is, it seems. So I'm wondering if I should just go on foot, because this RG here, I have a feeling like he might not make it if I go down to the swamp. Alright, going down on foot somehow. I gotta see if I can hit water somehow here. Where can I jump off where it's safe? I know that, like, if the water isn't deep enough, you'll die anyway, so there's that. But yeah, it seems like a few people, just a few people, kind of ruin the experience for content creators like me in that way. And And it also kind of prevents constructive criticism of the game and stuff too. Because that's where I started with this conversation, is like, people who have problems with terror birds is a good example, because I can see why a lot of people would have problems with terror birds, because we already have raptors. You don't really need to add them, and the only benefit is that they glide, which is really kind of stupid anyway. It doesn't make a lot of sense. There's got to be a better way. See if I can jump down here. Oh, God. I can maybe make it. Maybe if I jump right in the middle of that water right there, maybe I'll make it. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna die and lose everything. Just watch right now. It's happening. I didn't see a Dimetrodon. I'm gonna jump off and lose everything. I'm looking if there's like a safer way that I could just parkour down. This mountain is just nuts. But yeah, it seems like if anybody has anything negative to say, they're ripped apart, and that's not the way that it should be. Here we go. Right there, right there, right there. No! The water wasn't deep enough. Come on. It was. I know it was. Man. Oh, the water was deep enough. I swear it was. Okay, let's go down and get my stuff now that I'm naked. My corpse floating in the water. That's attractive sight. Gigantopithecus is just staring at me. Take all. Thank you. Should be like a... So I don't have to drag the armor on. There should be like... It should auto wear it. If you don't have anything on, it should just automatically put it on you. It's my opinion. Eh? The body still looks like it... Oh, did I... Oh. I put the armor back on the corpse. My bad. There we go. There we go. And now I should tear myself apart to get food. Yay. There we go. My RG can eat. So, I'm not saying that most of the people who comment are that way. And like I said, most aren't. 99.9% of the people, the comments I get are super amazing. And the ones that I get that aren't, like, I just block them anyway and move on with my life. But, you know, it seems like those are the only videos that get them, are ARK videos. And it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you know, we're at episode 100 and... I don't even know what now. Over 120. And... Oh, there's a Dimetrodon right there. We're over 120, and if you don't like the series, you'd think that you'd know by now, like, oh, this isn't the series for me. Looking around for anything that's about to attack me. Is this guy going to attack me? Does he attack me? Is he hostile? He's not hostile towards... Can I pick him up? I can't pick him up with my RG, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to assume that when I land here, I'm still very, very cautious to let this guy go, but let's get off of him. And is this guy going to attack me? I'll know right away. I don't know why he wouldn't. Oh, he seems okay. He seems very okay, actually. So there we go. He's actually kind of cool looking. All copper colored like that. I'm going to look for more. So those... Whoop. We got a Paraceratherium moonwalking. Ride? Come on. Oh, I'm lagging. That's why. That's the moonwalk right there. But, Yeah, I just see those comments on, thankfully not. Did you see that? What was that, a parasaur? What was that? What is that? Do you see it? It's like a red parasaur or something, and it's glitching out everywhere. Where did it go? I want to see this thing. I've lost it. I don't know where it went. Maybe it died. Maybe it's not even in this area. Maybe because of the lag. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a Gallimimus, not a parasaur at all. Wow, he was fast, though. Was that just him running? He's a beautiful one, too. I want to hit him so he runs. Where did he go? Well, you can't really run too fast through water. Yeah, okay. This is a very cool looking one, though. A red and black one like that. Oh, yeah, look at him run. Look at him sprint. Really quick. They're so cool. I'm very pro Gallimimus, by the way. Even if they are maybe a little bit bigger than they should be. Anyway. I guess to wrap that up, that whole talk up, is that, you know, you should just enjoy the game or when you're watching somebody, you should enjoy the content for that somebody, not for how well they play the game, unless you're looking for that kind of thing. And if you are, then you don't have to watch the people that are terrible at it. Like, I don't think that I'm very good at the game. It's kind of cool looking, this one too. Very, very traditional looking, in my opinion, what dinosaur books would show a Dimetrodon to look like. You know, green with the orange sail. To me, that looks very much like a classic Dimetrodon. What are these guys doing? Are they actually hitting me? No. These Titanoboas are stupid. Great AI there. But I can't mock it, because then people will tear me apart. Like, I don't even know how to say it properly, because it's just like common sense is what people seem to be lacking when it comes to like attacking others, you know? I don't quite get why people choose to attack. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm blinded. That's why I'm stuttering like that. When you're blinded, your mount stutters. I guess that's kind of like the only downside to the blindness. So I saw 2 Dimetrodons. That's pretty cool so far. Oh, jeez. I land right where a Dilophosaur is. Pick him up. Kill him. Kill, 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 kill. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know how to instill common sense into people. Like, they should already have it. I shouldn't need to say, like, be kind to other people type of thing. You know, like, because it's beyond rudeness. It's just like people will go onto a channel or attack someone in the comments of one of these videos or on the Steam discussion forums and say like the most cruel and terrible things to them because of a video game, because they have a different opinion about the video game than the people, the attackers, you know, like, and often it'll be like someone will say, well, this update really is terrible or something like that, just plain as day like that. They don't like the update. They don't think it's necessary, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then the comments come in, like dozens of them saying things like, well, you're just jealous of how much money they make, and you just wish that you were as good as them, and, you know, things like, basically things like that. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I don't get it. I know. Don't feed the trolls kind of thing. Even talking about it probably just gives them the attention they don't need. But it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, I play a lot of games on my channel. I play a lot of games, and I follow a lot of games development. I have almost 3,000 videos on my channel. And of those 3,000 videos, dozens of video games. Of those video games, I follow the development of lots of them. And I don't see the same kind of hate towards other people in the community as I see with ARK. It's kind of like the Wild West of video game discussion. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, I came here to see a Dimetrodon. We see one. It looks pretty cool. I don't really want to land anymore because there's Titanoboas, there's all kinds of bad things. Even the Dilophosaurs are terrible right now. Oh, I didn't know that. The Titanoboas aren't going after the Beelzebufos. You'd think that they kind of would, but I guess not. Dimetrodon. There was another one over here. Somewheres. But only the two in this little swamp. I could go to the other swamp, I suppose, and maybe see if there are any there. Boy, I don't even know. Ooh! Ooh, look at this one. Look at this one. He's kind of wicked looking. Do you guys see him? Yeah, you kind of see him. Ooh, look at that. That little Dimorphodon looks kind of cool too. The black, completely black with red outlines. That's kind of cool. But this Dimetrodon, he's like all black. Almost entirely all black. And then he's just got like kind of like whitish, silverish elbows. I sort of wish that he would come out of the water, but I can see why he doesn't. See, they might be easy to tame, but if you got to deal with all these bad things, you need a Quetzalcoatlus to pick them up. And, you know, that's the thing. Oh, I wish I could see that guy a little bit better. So I've seen 3 of them now in pretty rapid succession. Like, we didn't really have to look around very hard in the swamp to see them. It's kind of like if you wanted to see a Beelzebufo. Ta-da, there they all are. Oh, it's kind of yellowish. He's coming out of the water now. I gotta get up because of the snakes. Did my bird actually get hit by that guy? No. There he is. There he is in all his glory. Oh, he's going back into the water. But I got to see him just a little bit. That one's my favorite one so far. Is just the completely black one like that. Just looks so wicked to me. I think he is. He is hitting me. My torpidity's actually going up. And it's getting foggy now, so I'm going to head back to Wynn's base at least, up on the mountain there. And call it a day. And I don't have that problem with the commenters thing. I really don't. But it's when I saw it, like the Terror Bird video on YouTube made by the developers, and this guy who, it seemed like he just had his own opinion. Like, he wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings. He wasn't trying to he wasn't saying it out of greed or out of jealousy, I mean, or anything like that. Like, he wasn't saying it to be a jerk. He was just, you know, I don't like this update, to be completely honest. And people tore him apart. And it just kind of it really kind of sickened me that people act that way. And that's why I wanted to just kind of talk about it, because I do know that I got an ARK series that a lot of people watch. And so maybe it's like, you know, it's a game. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun with games. That's kind of the definition of games. Like, they're supposed to be fun. If you're completely sour about it, or salty, I should say, really. If you're salty about a game, or just being a rotten person in general, game or not, you know, just why? Think about your actions, I guess. But I wanted to see a Dimetrodon. Oh, God. There's only two things in the entire dinosaur world that I mix up. Dimorphodon and Dimetrodon. And they just happen to have both of them in this game. Frustrating. But anyway. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I should focus on more, is the Dimetrodon. I'm going to see maybe April from Orchestra Tribe. She's got a Quetzalcoatlus. I think, actually, that Tort does too. From the New Sproutshire Tribe. I should get them to drop one in my taming bin. One of those Dimetrodons, and see if we can maybe tame one. And it's one of those things where I don't need it for any function. I just want it because it looks cool to me. So that's where I'm going to end it. You guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed our little talk about the community and stuff. And we'll see you next time on ARK. Leave your comments below, actually. Let me know what you think about those kinds of comments, that kind of hate that people get. Is it justified? Do you think that, like, well, it's early access, what do they expect? You know, is that the kind of comment? What do you think? Let me know. Of course, only the non-vulgar comments will be accepted, but let me know what you think. And we'll see you next time on ARK. Bye-bye!